Well, I could have seen it, but I looked at like two fights of Empower, and I got to see more of his style and see how he fights. So I thought he was gonna be. He fought kind of in the style I expected him to be. Aggressive, coming forward, level changing. Um, the he was doing in and out, which I expected a lot. But
Hmm.
Hitchins was just had great defense, and he was able to, after the fourth round, he was able to catch him better with the timing, and Hitchens started doing better as the rounds went on. Five, six and up. He did really good. Uh, but yeah, I think one of the scorecards was crazy though. The ones that they gave it to Paro, that was pretty crazy.
17-111.
Was that what they scored it to Paro?
Yeah.
Regardless, whatever they scored to Paro, I just thought it was crazy that a judge could
Wide.
give it to Paro. Yeah, I'm like, that's crazy.
It is. It is. Did you see the adjustment after round four with Richardson? Like, did you see like how he did? He just catch his time, and did he make a certain adjustment to find that time? And what did you see? Because
Yeah, yeah. I think it was after the first round. He went back to his corner, to his corner, like, I got him, I got him. So I knew like the first round he was figuring them out, and then second round he probably didn't get it right to a T. But by the fourth round, I think he was able to get it down more packed, and it just developed as the fight went on. Uh, yeah, it was just a lot of back and forth in the sense they're playing footsies, fighting for that foot position.
hmm
It's a righty versus southpaw, so they fighting for that foot position, and it was a tough. It was I would say a more complicated fight. Not as easy to just go in there and just fight whatever fight. It was a strategic fight between both of them.
now, Jermaine, you fought Richardson Hitchens in the amateurs. You beat him. Now he's the champion at 140 pounds. But in the same time, you've been in the big stages quite a few times already in your career. Did you see the did you see like, oh, that's his first time being on the big stage like that? Like, did you see like him hesitant in the early rounds, like where Paro had success? Like, did you? I seen that he wasn't really comfortable throwing that 1-2. Like, he just wanted to throw a jab. Like that's like stuff that in the beginning of your career you kind of go through. Did you see that in Richardson?
I did, and I think he mentioned it. He mentioned it. I think it was after his fight that he said fight week. I don't know if he said if he was nervous, but he used one of those words along the line that demonstrate that he had the jitters. He said he had the jitters. I
Mm-hmm.
think that was the word he used. So he said it himself, and yeah, he was able to see that. But nonetheless, he came prepared for that moment, and he came out victorious.
Mm. Now, how? Tell me if you was in there with Richardson that night, looking at the level of, where he has progressed since the last time you've fought him in the amateurs till now. What do you see?
To be honest, I kind of see the very same and similar style from when I fought him in the amateurs. Um,
You got better, and do you feel like
I've
you got
gotten better,
way better?
and I've gotten way better. I've developed a lot, but I kind of still see him the same style, same. I haven't seen much change in the sense of how he fights compared to when we last fought.
Mm. Now, tell me, like, is that the fight that you would want? I mean, you was just on the Zone platform not too long ago. Is that something that you would want to entertain?
He's a world champion, and one of the goals is to be undisputed in the division. So if we can make that happen, that's step number one. He got a world title, so anybody with a world title, that's what I'm coming for.
Mm. Um, so you basically said in small terms, obviously you believe that you was the better fighter then, you're the better fighter now. Um, how likely you think that you'll see him in the pros?
Very likely. The same way how I fought Teofimeo in the amateurs and met him in the pros, it's gonna happen with him as well. Who knows? I'm gonna move up in weight class, and who knows? By the time I retire, maybe I'll see Jaron again. I'll see a lot of the people that I've fought in the amateurs. I'll you know God blessed us enough where we're here to see each other again.
That's
And I think
nice.
that's dope. It's dope to see that.
So who's left? So we got Jaron Ennis at 47. You got Richardson Hitchins. Who else did you fight as
We
an
got
amateur?
Gary Russell.
Gary Russell too. That's my
Yeah,
guy. All right,
yeah,
cool. Damn, you gonna see all these guys.
yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome. All right, so I got some questions then. So, uh, Eddie Hearn wants Richardson Hitchins to go fight, Teofimeo Lopez. You fought both of them in the amateurs, and you fought Teo in the pros. Who wins that fight if they do for the unification?
Uh, Hitchins.
Why?
Teofim will get frustrated. I don't think he's gonna be able to. Hitchins is a great boxer, so he's gonna move, and I don't know. I moved against Teofimo. He couldn't really do nothing. He couldn't cut off the ring. So if he makes some adjustments, we'll see. But I think him teaming up with Eddie Reynoso, he's really just gonna be looking more to for the knockout. Which is great. It makes you more of an entertaining fighter. But I think somebody like me or Hitchens, somebody who knows how to move and not get hit, sometimes it's gonna be tough for him if he's just looking for that one shot and he can't adjust himself to be able to box when he needs to box too.
Mm. Yeah, it seems to me that that's what Richardson would have to do is just look at your fight with Teofimo Lopez and try to do something at that sort.
Yeah.
Do, do you think that that's how much of advantage? Because how much of an advantage is that for other fighters to know that somebody like you has, you know, exploited another fighter that they could possibly fight, have film on that? How much of an advantage is that?
Big advantage because, before, you've seen weaknesses before in the fighters. You catch what they're not good at, or we know Canelo, when he faces a boxer, he's always losing every round until he eventually just starts breaking them down and finishes them off, right? And it's like that. Once you get one or two patterns, you already know they haven't made those adjustments, then it might just be sticking with them for the third one too.
Mm, mm.
You
So
gotta you gotta see what fighters can make adjustments and what fighters have developed, or do they have the same habits and the same problems as they did when they first turned pro.
okay, okay. So looking at your fight, right? I remember you was sticking, you was moving, you was throwing combinations, you was dictating the space, the angle. Now, but one thing I did see is you let your hands go. Like they did let your hands go. It's not like you overly used your jab. No, you was letting them both go with combinations. Is that something that I don't feel like we've seen a lot of that with the Paro fight with uh with Richardson Hitchins, and have we seen it? I mean, maybe we've seen it with Bowser, but I don't know. I mean, also they
Yeah,
saying
yeah, you
Teal's
gotta be able
punching.
to throw. Say that again.
They saying Teal's punching. What you think? You think is Teal punching?
Punching hard.
Punching hard, yeah.
I didn't feel nothing. He
Okay.
couldn't. He couldn't hit me. He couldn't hit me, so I can't tell you.
Right. But that's true. He didn't hit you clean. He didn't hit you clean with it. Yeah, he didn't hit you clean. I
I
don't think
couldn't
about
feel
it.
nothing. I couldn't feel nothing. I would have
Right.
told you if I felt something on my shoulder. Right here I caught something, but I ain't feel nothing.
Yeah. So okay. So you believe Richardson Hitchens can do what you did?
Uh, I can't say anybody could really do what I did. I'm one of a kind. I'm one of a
Mm,
kind. You know what I'm
wait a
saying? I ain't
minute.
nobody.
We
I,
can't
I
say
can't.
we can't say that you did the whole shit southpaw.
Yeah, you're right. And I did a southpaw. I didn't do it right-handed.
You know, yeah, you did that shit southpaw. Can't do it exactly like you did.
Yeah, yeah. Nah.
Oh shit.
Technically speaking, no.
Right, right. Okay, man. Okay, this is good. This is good. Um, so Tio went out and spoke a lot today.
Yeah.
Yesterday. Yeah, he spoke a lot yesterday. Spoke upon Jaron Ennis, Tank Davis, and Terrence Crawford. and he's been saying this like I think right after he fought you.
Okay.
So so like, what you think about that? Him going out his way, calling those names, and then starting with Jaron Ennis at 47 first, because he did it in that order.
We did Jaron Ennis,
Tank,
Tank, and then Terrence.
yeah,
And that's what he's saying he's trying to fight in that
yeah,
order.
yeah.
So he's gonna do. He's gonna go to 147 to fight Boots, go to 135 to fight Tank, and then what are you gonna do? You're gonna jump to 54 to fight Terrence? You know what?
I think Mark Crable should have asked that question at the end. I think that we needed
What
that one.
we're gonna do?
We needed
47
that
for
one.
Boots, 40 for Tank. Even if Tank goes up to 40, and what 54 for Crawford? Come on, man. If he could do it, and if you do it in that order, then that's great. That's great. That's a great fighter right there. Because that's what you call a dog. So he's one thing is to say it, one other thing is to do it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we can talk up that we're a big monster all we want, but till we do it, it ain't nothing but words that you're trying to sell to the fans, and keep yourself relevant. So, uh, but that would be great for anybody. I would love to fight somebody at 147, defend my belt at 140, and do it back and forth, and go down and do a catch weight at 37 if that needed to make great fights. Of course, that would be wonderful. So if we can talk it up and make it, then it's great.
But it doesn't seem too likely.
No,
No,
no.
you're not big on move jumping up and down in weight
Say it
classes.
again.
You're not like sold on jumping up and down in weight classes.
In the sense, technically speaking, I think it's okay because we cut weight to make to fight anyways. So if there's a division you want to move up higher for, like Canelo has done, like Canelo's doing it. He fought at 75, then what? He went back down to 68, and he's done that. Mayweather's probably done that as well. Fight a fight at 54, probably back down to 47 before he picks and chooses for certain fights at certain weight classes. So that's fine. It's definitely cool to do it, but if you're really gonna do it, if you really see it really likely, but I don't know. I don't know how likely that is.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.